Well, guys, we need to study a little bit some basic things for you to understand later what I'm going to be talking about, right? So let's get in here with CMD. In the terminal, right? He's going to open this from here so you can see it. So I wanted to show you. First, that every computer. Well, if anyone already knows about what I'm going to talk about now, they can skip this class, right? But for those who don't know, then let's go. Our computer, and every computer that's on the internet, or in a home hammock, has an IP. As you can see, I gave this command here, IP protocol configuration, which shows the IPv4 address of this computer. And this address here was given by the SOMI router too, right? If I want to get to the UOL website or any other website, it also is based on a computer. And then there's the IP address. The computer's IP is like a personal ID. So I'm going to grab here, type in nslocolup. That's another command. And type here UAL. And he's going to bring it to me, that UAL. It will change this name to an IP address. How is this done? This command queries a DNS server, right? And brings, for example, this IP that is corresponding to this UOL. That's where the WoW computer is located. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to open Internet Explorer here. I'm going to throw here this IP address. And he even reached UOL. So it doesn't matter if I put the UOL dot with .br, as well as that IP address that corresponds to UOL, it will arrive on the site in the same place. But how is this done? Well, for you to understand better, this command shows my computer's IP, and this command take UOL and transform it into this IP for you to understand. Because he consults a DNS server. When I put this P or UOL here in the browser, he will call that computer, right? He's going to get into that computer, and that computer will return a page. But who returns the page? A web server. That web server could be Apache and GX. So we, to be able to have an internet page, we on a server need to have this web server service. Now let's get into the page here of XAMPP. On this page, we have the XAMPP. It is to install on a computer. You can come here, put it in your language, for example, PTBR. That is from Brazil, right? And then you will be able to read it with peace of mind. That the XAMPP it is composed. Apache, MariaDB, PHP, and Per. And what does that mean? Apache is the so-called web server. He is the one who serves the pages. When you type here a web address, which is actually an IP, when you enter the computer through that address, he is responsible for showing pages like this. Good, and the page, it can be made in PHP, which is a programming language, or in Per, and MySQL or MariaDB is a database. So, in the database you can store data, obviously, and you can query data that's in the database through PHP, and it returns it to you in HTML format. But what would HTML be? If you put the right click here on this page, View Source, you see it has HTML written here at the beginning, and this HTML is a tag, just like the header and so on. An internet page is made like this. In the past, internet pages only had links, text, and images, but this was a very static format. To be more dynamic and be able to content faster, create other pages faster, more automatically, it was necessary to have programming languages such as PHP and PR. So, on a web server, it is customary to install, for example, in Linux, Apache, MySQL, MariaDB, PHP, and PER. But so that we can study with some ease, they invented packages. Packages like XAMPP, which already brings this set of things where you can download for Windows, for Linux, or for Mac OS. But for you to know how to install this, we will see this in the next class.